Arjen. Normally we do art streams on this channel, but I thought I'd try something interesting. So a little while ago, some people released a pro mode for the classic N64 RPG Paper Mario. So I thought I would give it a look, see if it's any good. I haven't actually done much game streaming, and well, it being the pro mode that it is, there's obviously probably going to be some issues, so please bear with me. I made a brief start to the game because the intro is pretty much the same as anything. Well, we found the hammer, so I guess we should head for home. Youch. Well, sorry. Who are you guys? This is my playground, idiots. Nobody sets foot in here without my permission. Nobody. Prepare to start crying at the feet of Master Junior Troopa. Yeah, so the battle screen transition is not working. Mario, this is Junior Troopa. He's the boss of the neighborhood gang. A bit of a bully, obviously. He's more bark than bite. You can beat him easily. Just boost yourself up and don't take any lip. I'll stay right here behind you and watch your progress. Just a second. Let's try and scale this up a little bit. Right, that'll do for now. So, most people probably know about Paper Mario, but in case you don't, it's an RPG for the Nintendo 64 developed by Intelligent Systems. It's quite well beloved for its charming characters, charming story, very accessible battle system. I'm probably not gonna read through every single line of the story. I'm mostly here to look at what's new in the game, so what I'm noticing right out is that Junior Troopa, who is pretty much just a tutorial battle, has way higher attack power. Right, so he's gonna do a special attack, which is the same attack but with a higher number. There we go, we won the battle. So star points are the experience points of this game. Shoot, I was winning too. I'll be back, Mario. Instantly comes back. I mean it, I'll be back. Thumbs up. Let's save our progress. So that battle was more symbolic because you just win it by doing the same moves in turn. But still interesting to see. By the way, if anyone, I can't... Wow, talking. It's kind of tough to keep an eye on Twitch, so I can see the chat, I can't see the viewers. Mushroom. You got an item. Obviously, items are items. It's an RPG staple. It's a game staple, in fact. Yep, heart blocks recover your HP. Huh. I like the way Mario shivers when you hit a block that you can't destroy yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've been trying to figure something out about the intense flickering. Like, some people just recommend using a completely different emulator. I hoped by messing around with the settings that I had fixed it. That's what this test stream is for, partially. Heads up, Mario, I see bad Goombas ahead. They're loyal to Bowser. If they see you, they'll attack you without hesitation. If you can successfully attack an enemy in the field with a jump or hammer, you'll get the first strike when you enter the battle. Striking first really helps when it comes to battling. So what I'm worried about is when people make a hard mode, some people will just, like, arbitrarily increase the numbers, right? Which isn't necessarily a good way to make a hard mode, in my opinion. Alright, Basic Goomba has the same amount of HP. That is good to know. If the flickering gets really bad, I'll just cut the stream and we'll have to see about another solution. Wait, what? Well, that was quick. Right, so they increased the attack power on the Goombas. Like, normal Goombas would usually attack with 1 attack power. Also, one thing you'll notice is that if you attack an enemy in the field, you get like a first strike and you'll be able to attack them before the battle has even begun. Which is a really great way of involving the overworld. Like, one problem a lot of people have with RPGs is how completely separated the overworld is from the battle system. Which can be an advantage, you know, that makes the overworld a perfect place for the story and the battles a good place for the actual gameplay. But it's nice to see kind of a connection. Especially in a game that is not quite as story heavy as, say, your average Final Fantasy type game. It's pretty story heavy for a Mario game though. Never worry kids, here I am. Thanks to young Mario here, I made it back alright. Right, so the veranda where he was working fell down. And he didn't die. Pretty resilient old guy. Right, so he's gonna give me a badge, which are essentially the equipment system for this game. No confusing shirts and shoes and whatever, just badges. It'll kind of become self-explanatory as we play. So I won't go too deep into the tutorial. I think if you're looking for Paper Mario Pro mode, you probably know about Paper Mario. But if you don't, feel free to talk in the chat. I do welcome conversation and discussion, and of course I will give the doll back to the little girl. Isn't that sweet? I'm guessing badges will be much more essential. Like, Paper Mario is designed to be, well, I don't want to condescend to it, like I don't want to call it baby's first RPG, but it is designed so people who have never seen an RPG before can probably play it just as well as anyone else. I'm assuming that Pro mode is not gonna be like that. Right, so Goombario is very strong. He's gonna be our first assistant on this quest. I wonder if they changed any of the partner skills. I know they added new enemy variations and new badges, but, you know. Rapping. Cool kids. I like the sound effect. Yeah, so badges are your equips. No, you don't need to explain it. No. Fine. I do appreciate that it lets you refuse. It's kind of pushy about it, but at least it lets you refuse. So, you know. So Goombario is a big fan of Mario. I mean, it's in his name. So he's gonna help us out. Goombario joined your party. A really darling little illustration there with very cute music. So he's your hint machine. Right, abilities seem much the same. One thing I also noticed, wow, that's a typical line for me to start with, but I'll just try to keep commenting on changes because I do want to appreciate what the creators of this mod slash overhaul slash hack have done here, because it is really quite impressive. The flickering is probably going to get very bad in Dota, but I'm gonna try and get there and see what'll happen. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I'm just happy to get to try this really cool mod. Alright, let's take a nap. Sorry about the random audio cuts. The emulator just kinda stops whenever you tab it. I could probably change that in the settings, but I'm kind of a moron when it comes to figuring settings out. Yeah. That's interesting. She sells mushrooms now, which she did not do in the original game, I'm pretty sure. Right, so we got stuck here because Kami Koopa, the right-hand woman to Bowser, stopped us here. Ah, right. It looks like it starts to go crazy when there are like little particles on the screen, like when you break a block like that. Alright, thanks for the advice. Oh, right. Well, that took a million years. Right. We have the power jump equipped now. Let's save again. Because I'm always paranoid about losing data. Even though it would be pretty easy to get back here. Beware of Goombas. Right, let's have him tell us about Goombas. This is a Goomba. Goombas are what you'd call small fries. Actually, they're pretty much the smallest fries. Hey, wait, I'm one of them. You can jump on them or whack them with the hammer. These guys are old school. They've been around since you were in Super Mario Bros. Alright, pretty basic stuff. Like in the trailer, they showed some really exciting stuff, like new areas and new boss mechanics and such. So I'm really looking forward to see all the things we're going to discover here. I wonder what I should upgrade first. Like generally, Generally, a lot of people who aren't so confident about the game start with HP, and a lot of people who are more strategically oriented tend to start with BP, I believe. Ouch. I should probably be careful about losing too much health, especially what with the whole pro mode stuff. Now, one nice thing about this game is the inns are all free. They just let you sleep there, no problem whatsoever. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Mario is the hero. Like, there's a lot of RPGs where The hero who needs to save the world just has to pay for everything. There's a time and a place for everything. Now, the great thing about Paper Mario, and this is gonna come up, like, as we progress and get more attacks and more partners and items, is the battles are more than just a lineup of enemies. Generally, the order they're in is gonna have a distinct influence on how you want to attack them. Like, these are just Goombas, right? But you have the flying ones, which you can only jump on, and the spiked ones, which you can only hit with your hammer. There's a lot of more complicated stuff like that later down the line. Like, it wouldn't make sense to use the power jump there, because I already had enough attack power this turn to take out the Goomba, so that would have been suboptimal. So there's actually strategy to think about, and it'll probably get actually difficult later on. I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty curious about yeah, I'm not sure if I should be avoiding battles or not. Can at least tattle on the Paragoomba. Now, tattling leads to some just some lines, but the benefit is that you see an enemy's health permanently. So it's now forever saved that I tattled this enemy. Which is pretty convenient, honestly. It helps you plan out those turns, like I mentioned. Ah, there's the spiked variety. Ah, right, you can get paralyzed by that apparently. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I wonder, I don't think that's a pro mode edition, but still. That's interesting. There we go, another badge. I'm starting to think that coins will probably be pretty important. Right. So this is an interesting, wow, typical line. One thing I really appreciate about Paper Mario is that there's generally no RNG, generally. But you can equip badges that introduce an element of it. Like, there's really expensive badges that just give you a hard, no strings attached increase to your... nice, look at that. The power of badges. Yeah, there are really expensive badges that just give you like a flat increase to defense or attack. But those are, like I mentioned, very, very expensive. Now, this kind of badge doesn't offer any certainty, but it is useful. Oh, right. Now I'm gonna be a sneaky sneaker and save state here. Don't tell anyone. Because I know what's coming up here. Hey, hey, hold it right there. You, suspicious guy. Don't move. Yeah, it's these guys. Aha, you're Mario, I knew it. You can't go past here, Mr. Big Shot. It's a direct order from the Goomba King, that's right. I'm sorry, but the only way by is through the Goomba Bros. That's me, Red Goomba, and my brother, Blue Goomba. Good names. Your parents must have loved you. Let's get him, Blue Goomba. Oh yeah, let's do it, my red brother. I'm not sure if it's smart to tattle on them, but this is Blue Goomba. He's the younger of the two notorious Goomba Bros. 6 HP. That's a lot. Well, a lot. I'm not sure. 2. Alright, they're the same as regular Goombas. That's a relief, I guess. Get out of here. So here's a stupid anecdote. When I was a kid, I thought it was like a hand with a middle finger. It's extremely childish, but there you have it. It's actually a tear. I don't think he can take me out in one turn, but still, this is a little bit scary. I should have one more turn to take damage, unless they added some really scary mechanics to this battle, even though it's just a mini-boss. Right, we are now very much in danger. Also, I like the animation when Mario eats something. Like in later versions, they just kind of do this whoosh magical effect around him, which is cool, but it's more standard RPG fare. This is why I would say, like, while Paper Mario 2 is in most ways an improvement over the first does have some little atmospheric and style things that they could have kept. But that's just my opinion, of course. They're both amazing games. That badge isn't really working for me right now. But anyways, that was the first mini-boss. Get out of here. And there they go. Mario gives us a thumbs up. And now we have a legit save point, which makes sense after a mini-boss. Hello there, broodje. Are you someone I know? I'm not sure just by the name. Ah, nice, lucky. Yes, I can see your name, I think. It's just broodje smeerkaas, right? That is your name. Unless you mean something else. Netherlands, same as you, I guess. I mean, the NL is kind of a dead giveaway there. Oh, I think we've just entered the boss battle and I'm not prepared. Whoops. I'm from the Netherlands. Right, so this is the first quote-unquote major boss. He's still really just a mini-boss because this is the prologue. But he has his own boss theme and everything, so... Ah, this is interesting. So, in the original, the Goomba Bros have like 2 HP left each. Right, so first things first, because I was ill-prepared, Mario should get some health back. Right, so... there we go. Yikes, that's a lot of damage they're heaping on in a single turn. I don't remember how much damage he did, so I'm just gonna take a mushroom to be sure. Like I said, I'm from the Netherlands. Probably the same as you. Oh, I think we just died. Well, this is embarrassing. This is where they get serious with the whole pro mode thing. Right, so first order of business. We should probably level up a little bit. We should have gotten this, but I'm gonna level up. And then we're going to try and fight the Goomba King again. Alright, this should theoretically be enough for a level up, so I'm just gonna waste the FP, because why not? Badges are gonna be a concern later, FP2. I'm just gonna go for the HP. Maybe that makes me a casual scrub, but you know. Right, now that we're a lot better prepared, I think you can take on the Goomba King, no problem. Just having that buffer will make it a lot easier. Yeah, that 4 damage, yikes. They don't mess around this time. Like, the Goomba King does like 1 or 2 damage per round in his original form, and the 2 other Goombas die like immediately. But now now you actually have to think about what you do, even in this battle. Which I kinda like. I just game overed on the Goomba King. It's a refreshing experience. And kind of humiliating, really. Alright, very scary. This guy is also in Super Mario 64 DS, which is weird. There hasn't been that much crossover between like side franchises and main franchises, or other side franchises for that matter. The Star Spirits were in Mario Party 5, the Star Spirits from this game. That's about it, I think. I like Mario's slightly sideways head when he's listening to someone. Right, first things first, let's get that Goomnut tree in. Another little puzzle element to battles which I like. Okay, let's tattle this Goomba King. Ouch. Right, so the hard damage he can do per turn with his assistance is 8. So if we take his assistance out now with the Fire Flower, he won't be able to. Alright. Burn him. Whoa! The red one is immune to fire. I've never seen that. Wow. So many surprises. Falcon Kick. Alright, we should let Mario heal and take out the other Goomba. But wow, immune... I wonder if the other one has an immunity. There's not really anything else to use here beyond the fire, but still. Alright, let's take this big guy out. Man, that flickering. There, I also put it in chat just in case my microphone is cutting out or something. You know how it is sometimes, the hardware just fails. So now you just press the switch and he's like, oh no, there is a switch, don't press it. Or we will all die a terrible sadistic death. Which is now set to happen. Mario takes a step back like, welp. Boing. There he goes. Right, so we're gonna have to probably, depending on how bad the flickering gets, I may stop once I get to Toad Town, or I may continue for a little while. It depends, really. Ah, very good, a super shroom. Kamikoopa has noticed our escape, however. And she's gonna report back. Let's save and continue. And now for a switch in perspective. This is something I also like, and you'll notice I say that a lot because I like these games in general. I really like that they give you like a little perspective on what's going on with the princess and the villains. Bowser already starts to get unsure. We all need someone to encourage us. Even if she's completely wrong. It's time for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Raffaello's cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude. Right, I'm very interested in this boss. Because they are a row of 4 enemies that can stack on top of each other. That you have to actually push over. Might have to think really carefully about what kind of items I bring. The power block used to be really overpowered. Because Koopas can be flipped on their backs, which makes them useless. And they're not guarding the Star Spirit. And they exit the stage. Sleepy Sheep. When I played this game for the first time, I barely used any status effects because I kind of favored like just the flat damage over anything else, and that kind of works. You know, it's a bit like with Pokemon. If you just level up enough, you can make it. I wonder if it'll be as easy as that in this game. Right, so welcome to Toad Town. Beautiful flickering over here. Let's go visit Luigi. If this was a Mario and Luigi game, they would definitely hug right now. But there's no brotherly love in the Paper Mario games. Well, there's some, but yeah. I wonder if they had any new secrets here. It doesn't look like it. Right, there's nothing to be seen here yet. I'm also kind of debating what that flicker though, where to put this file, because I don't want to put it on my design YouTube channel, because it's more of a let's play, right? Let's be honest. So here's something interesting, right? The flickering is really bad for me, but it looks better in the recording. It's very strange. It's a welcome surprise though. If the recording is okay, I can bear it. I've played worse. I've played games in 5 FPS and beaten them. Right, this gentleman here and his son, they sell badges. Very neato. Also, one very fun thing about this city is that the music changes. It's the same like bass line, but it gets a new melody. Depending on the building. This fellow is gonna join us up in Chapter 2. Paracarry, our favorite mailman, doing the thankless job that everyone needs. Right. So, let's see. The story is pretty much what you'd expect. Bowser has essentially pushed Peach's castle up into the sky with his own castle and thus kidnapped her. Defeated Mario by using a staff that makes him invincible. Things are looking pretty bad because we can't defeat him the way we are now. So we need to talk with the Star Spirits, which are kind of the deities of this world, I suppose. Right. Let's check here first. There's a shop that can... there's a fortune teller who essentially works as a walkthrough if you get lost. And there's a little kid who trades... where you can give those little star pieces and get badges in return. Now I'm mostly interested in the badges. I'm not interested in the fortune telling right now, obviously. Right. These are all very good badges. I wonder if I should save up for a little bit. Yeah, let's save up. But good to know, good to know. Badges that help me find more hearts are probably gonna be a very useful thing, because I don't want to have to run back to town every 5 seconds to heal again. That's not fun. That... Whoa. Is anyone else seeing this? Is it... are they supposed to be... Whoa. This area is different. So what would normally happen is you would just climb up here, go around the little hill, and you'd be up there and talking to the star spirits. But now it's closed off, blocked, and there are more areas. Alright, I'm starting to get very impressed now. Like, I was already quite kind of... Whoa, the flickering. I was already pretty impressed to begin with. But this is starting to become very cool indeed. Again, I do apologize for the flickering. I'm gonna do more research. And we'll see what happens. Man, they completely expanded this area. What is this? A badge, huh? Interesting. Ah, I can do that. Very good. It should make things a bit faster. Oh, camera is a bit... No, the camera is fine, actually. So it has like little pedestals for all the individual star spirits. That's very neat. I can definitely see the flickering on the stream now too. That is a darn shame. How big is this area? I also don't really get why the sprites have become black. Wow. It is really special to see a game like from your youth just expanded upon in this way. You know, there's mods that just lazily add some oh, well, that's mean to say. There are mods that are very impressive and they change a lot of the inner workings, the numbers. But to see a mod that adds actual areas, adds badges, adds mechanics, that's a whole nother level, you know. Well, I'm not sure what I should be doing here, but I am thoroughly impressed already. I hope we get to see more new areas. And the flickering here isn't so bad on the stream. Like it's too quick to see. I have to wonder if this is intentional, the whole silhouette thing. I'm going to guess that it probably is, because it's like you would just expect flicker. Right, this is where you usually would climb up, so that whole part in between is original. This is how it happens in the original game. You just go from one area, there's no in between, and you end up on this hill. Now, they just tell you the backstory, which is essentially Bowser stole the Star Rod, which the Star Spirits use for granting wishes. And so he's granting his own wishes now, making him essentially invincible. So how do you counteract something that grants wishes? With the Wish Masters themselves, the Star Spirits. But Bowser anticipated that and locked them all up. So we have to save all 7 of them, and then we can maybe start to counteract the wishes of Bowser. Right, we're going to switch perspectives to Peach now. I doubt anything's changed about the Peach segments, but we'll see. He's just boasting. Bowser trying to be smooth ends up being creepy. Granting wishes. Alright, so the 7 star spirits have been imprisoned, but that doesn't mean all of them are gone. There's younger stars that can still help, like this little fellow here, Twink. So Twink is gonna try and help Peach out, but obviously he can't just take the Star Rod. He's way too weak for that. He can't even help Peach escape in the end. But Peach remains optimistic. And Peach thinks of a way to let Twink help, which is to deliver, yes, that's how you say that, deliver the Lucky Star, which gives us action commands, as you will see. Well, isn't that sweet? In spite of everything, Peach is a little bit unhappy about the situation, which is understandable. No, nothing happened. What are you talking about? Right, so here Twink is gonna hit Mario over the head. How do you do? What a proper way to start a conversation. I'm actually gonna let him explain this because I want to practice, because the timing is very strange. So action commands add a little bit of reaction time to the whole situation. Press A before hitting an enemy and do more damage, or defend yourself by hitting A before they hit you. There are similar little mini games like the hammer, where you have to push left and then let go. Alright, let's see if I've got the timing. Yeah. Good, good, good. Not so much on the defense. Let's try that again. Okay, very good. Too early still? The timing is way different between the defense and offense, I guess. Right. Now hammer is easy as heck, but I'll show you again anyway. Early, right, I gotta pay more attention, I guess. Right. Let's try it once more. Nope. It's never too late, so I should just be more confident about waiting it out. Right. There's like a moment of delay when he hits you, which isn't there when you jump. Anyways, I think that's about it for action commands. Now we're immediately gonna be put to the test. Because an evil, evil wizard has followed Twink. He's just trying to improve his career. Feel kind of bad for him, honestly. Ouch. So that's different. The attack came in from the left, which I don't think it used to do. Ow! I would attack him again, but I don't have the FP for it. Alright. Sink or swim. And there we go. Exciting. Rest in peace, random magic Upa. You were just trying to improve your career. He almost forgot to give the message. I keep fiddling with things, but... yeah, how big does the chat really need to be? You can't really do 3 hammer hits consecutively. Merlin was looking for you. Oh man, the flickering is so bad. You can see it on the stream too. In fact, you can see the game's actually more visible on my side than there. Well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to leave town and see if it gets better there, right? Because Totine is so standoffish. Invites you and then he doesn't even want to let you in. You should have come earlier. Ah, it's much better in here. He's a wizard, Harry. He's a bit of a joke, this guy. Loves to go on long-winded rants. That's like a family thing for him. We'll meet some of his relatives, which do the same thing. We seem to be having a bit of a black screen here. Oh, there it is. Mario woke up. Alright, so we're going to the Koopa Brothers Fortress. Man, this flickering. Is there something I could do about the frames? Alright, so a bunch of very unsuspicious toads are barring us from leaving the city. Which is of course completely normal and always happens. Toads are known to be very obstructive creatures, ruining franchises with their uninspired design. Not that I know anything about that though. Alright, so we've asked Merlin for help with these troublemakers. And of course they aren't real toads. They are actually the Koopa Brothers. They sure do a lot of retreating. A blue-shelled Koopa, right? Let's leave town and hopefully stop the flickering. Chapter 1, Storming Koopa Bros Fortress. I'm pretty excited to see what waits for us in this chapter. Can only get more difficult, I suppose. Oh right, I need to press a button. Or it's just gonna wait. Oh, I'm actually about to die. See ya. I really gotta look out for my health. I keep forgetting that this is pro mode. Right, let's get out of here before the flickering causes a seizure or something. We are now at the 1 hour mark. One hit kill. Right, so now my battles have immediately become much more involved. Ha ha ha. So I was planning to stop at the 1 hour mark, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll reach the next town, unless it gets too dangerous. I'll probably go to the next town and so I'll reach the next town and then I'll probably just stop. My guess is that the Koopa is more dangerous when it comes to attack power. So I'm gonna knock it over and let the Goomba do its thing. Nice. Alright, you're out of here. I'm being quite wasteful with my FP. I should probably upgrade that next, that or BP. Ah. How fortunate it is that we found some FP right as I said that. Oh. Now this is something we've never seen before. It's spiked and flying. That's an interesting one. Let's tattle it and see if he has anything new to say about spiked Paragoomba. Well, Mario, we might be in trouble here. He's wearing one of those awesome spiky helmets that rules out my head bonk and other jump attacks. So they wrote unique text for him, that's interesting. Well, that leaves nothing but running away, I suppose. We'll need a hammer throw badge or something similar to get through. We happen to have the hammer throw, but we'll have to trade. I'll take an ability over RNG any day. Wow, now this is fascinating. I know I keep saying that, but Hammer Bro is a late game enemy, very dangerous. It's interesting to see it here. It may be wise to avoid combat. But I've never been very wise. Let's just see how much damage he does. Well, right. That was the first Paper Mario Pro Mode stream. I'm not sure if I'll continue, depends a little bit on whether or not I can fix things. I may just continue on my own time. It's all gonna depend on circumstances, but this was really interesting to try out. It's really cool. Major props to the developers. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in store. We'll just have to see if I can stream it or not. So in any case, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you on the next stream, which will either be a continuation of this or more art, finally, because I've been slacking off a bit. Right, that was it, so see you later.